Strap in because we're about to dive deep into the 75-minute, heart-stopping season finale of True Detective Night Country. But before we dive in, make sure you like this video, click the subscribe, and comment below and let me know what you thought of the finale. Last night's epic conclusion not only delivered jaw-dropping story revelations, but also treated us to the mesmerizing musical genius of Vince Pope with hauntingly beautiful contributions from Tanya Tagaq. Critics are raving, with Rolling Stones hailing it as the best finale in the series' history. True Detective Season 4 doesn't just stick the landing, it redefines the art of wrapping up a mystery. Join us as we unravel the intricate tapestry of clues, confrontations, and resolutions that set a new standard, a new gold standard for True Detective finales. There's a full list of the soundtrack in the description of this video, so be sure to check that out. Vince Pope's score for True Detective Night Country is out right now. You can check it out on all the streaming platforms. It also features Tanya Tagaq, additional music from her, which is so phenomenal. I would encourage you to go listen to it. My favorite track of the score is called Family. It's one of the tracks that is reoccurring throughout the series, and it has haunted me since. In a recent interview with composer Vince Pope, he talks about his collaboration with Issa López, and this is what he says. I think in many ways, Tigers was a warm-up to Night Country. This wasn't the first time Vince worked with Issa López on a project. He also worked on Tigers Are Not Afraid. One of the questions that Vince was asked in this interview was, talk about your approach to Liz and Evangeline. Their relationship on screen is so dynamic and central to making the series. Evangeline is the more spiritually centered character, and as such, the music had to reflect that to some degree. I use voice quite a lot to capture this side of her, and for Liz, she goes on the journey into that side of her understanding. So the music for Liz starts somewhere and then ends somewhere else. In fact, the voices in the score for her later develop as she does. I love the way Vince used choir and vocal in the score. I felt like it gave this angelic, mysterious, beautiful, and scary tone all at the same time. It was a perfect match for the series. Tanya Tagaq is all over the music and the sound design of the series. In addition to pieces recorded specifically for the series, her song Submerge from 2019 album's soundtracks one of the finale's most powerful sequences. But there was even more Tagaq in the finale, as she appears on screen as well, playing one of the Justice Ladies. You can listen to True Detective Night Country soundtrack along with the original score by Vince Pope with additional music by Tanya Tagaq and also John Hawkes' contribution with No Use right now. Story reveal number 1, Navarro and Danvers infiltrate the ice caves. Story reveal number 2, Navarro and Danvers discover Raymond Clark inside the ice cave. Story reveal number 3, Kayla and Peter finally reach an understanding. Story reveal number 4, Danvers and Navarro finally capture Raymond Clark, subjecting him to witness Annie's last moments as a form of retribution. Story reveal number 5, Raymond Clark reveals the reasons and methods behind Annie's murder, expressing remorse for his actions. Story reveal number 6, Clark echoes a quote from True Detective Season 1, making a statement by Russ, even more perplexing in Season 4. Story reveal number 7, Navarro shares her visions of Holden with Danvers, who ultimately comes to believe her. Story reveal number 8, Rose and Peter dispose of Hank's body, with Rose cautioning Peter that his path through mourning has just begun. Story reveal number 9, Navarro and Danvers crack the case of the researcher's murder, discovering a vital piece of evidence atop the hatch door of the ice cave. Story reveal number 10, Danvers and Navarro uncover the reality behind the researcher's fate, and upon listening to B's account, they opt to conclude the investigation. Story reveal number 11, Danvers faces interrogation regarding Hank's vanishing, managing to deflect any arising doubts. Story reveal number 12, Danvers cleverly exposes the truth about the Silver Sky mine, with Raymond Clark's video confession revealing the extent of its pollution. Story reveal number 13, Navarro departs yet fulfills her promise to Danvers, leaving her current location a mystery. In the very first episode of True Detective Night Country, Twist and Shout by the Beatles accompanied Danvers as she stepped into the Solove facility to probe the researcher's disappearance. Her response to the music hints at a distressing recollection. A subsequent episode uncovers that Danvers and her deceased son, Holden, who perished in a car crash, shared her moments listening to this track. The finale of the True Detective Night Country brings Twist and Shout back into the narrative as Navarro and Danvers enters Salah via the hatch linked to the ice cave. Later in the episode, Danvers experiences a vision of her son nearly succumbs to drowning while attempting to reach out to him. Rescued by Navarro, she is questioned about her son's message in the vision. Navarro shares that her son communicated he sees her. As they experience this moment, a melancholic, slowed down rendition of the Beatles' Twist and Shout subtly plays in the background. The only shrine I've seen by Darkside sets the mood as Peter tidies the house and transports the bodies of Hank and Otis to a truck. As he heads to Rose's, hoping for assistance with disposing of Hank's body, the music encapsulates the turmoil of emotions Peter confronts, struggling with the reality of having killed his father and his efforts to erase any trace of the crime. During their examination of the handprints on the latch linking the Salah lab to the ice cave where Annie's murder occurred, Danvers and Navarro notice an abnormal print missing 2 fingers. This discovery leads them to suspect the involvement of the crab factory woman who also cleaned the lab. Upon reaching their residence, Bee confesses that she and the other women launched an assault on the Salah researchers as retribution for Annie's death. As Bee recounts the events, True Detective Night Country uses a flashback to show the women's break-in at Salah, driven by a quest for revenge. The moment they force their way into the facility, submerged by Tanya Tagaq, underscores their fury towards the researchers. The song also accompanies the finale, playing as Bee and the women corral the men into a container and subsequently releases them into the icy wilderness. All 6 episodes of the series are streaming now on Max.